Oftentimes I get this question on how to search the graves on the small Jewish cemeteries where not even family names are mentioned on the Masavot, or the questions from my clients, how am I so sure that this is the right grave if there is no family name, if the given names are not matching, but also oftentimes the dates are not matching what we have in the death certificates. And this is what we are going to break up today. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kasia and I'm your favorite Polish guide and genealogist. I specialize in the Jewish genealogy, but you will also find some other topics related to the general genealogy research, as well as some topics related to the confirmation of the Polish citizenship. So let's go to our topic today. So how you should even start looking for. The best way is to have the death certificate of a person. And I have an example for you today that I prepared. It's going to be easier to see it on an example. So here it is, the death certificate of Abram Frischman, who died in 1911 in Szydłowiec. So in this episode we are going to the Szydłowiec Jewish cemetery. First thing that you could see on the death certificate was that it was written in Russian language, in Cyrillic. Yes, the parts of Poland that were occupied by Russia starting from 1965 until 1915, we have the documents, official documents written in Russian language and the Cyrillic. But this shall not be a problem for you. You can go on a forum, you can ask your Russian-speaking friends to help you with that. So we get this death certificate and we are going to see what interesting information we have here. So the certificate was made up in Szydłowiec. Then we know that Abram Frischman died on the 22nd of August 1911. He died at 12 in the night. Then he was also 50 years old at the time of his death, and he was son of Yankiel and Perla. So we are looking for a grave of Abram Frischman, son of Yankiel and Perla, who died on the 22nd of August 1911. So now you have two ways to start your research. Either you go on the cemetery and then just grave by grave you look for your ancestor, but it's going to take you a lot of time and a lot of effort, so not really recommended. And then the second way is to go on one of those indexing pages, if there is one that exists for your cemetery, and we are going to use my favorite one, which is cemetery.jewish.org.pl. So we go on that page and there is a whole database of the graves of the cemetery of Szydłowiec. So what we shall do now is that normally we would put the given the family name of the person, but of course it's a small cemetery with a conservative community, and there are no family names. You only have the name of the person who died and the name of the person's father. So we shall look for Abram, son of Yankiel. What we are going to do, how we are going to proceed, we will put the year in the searching engine, and then we will search by all the people who were buried in the given year. So then we have a whole bunch of people who died in 1911, and you will find no Abram and you will find no Yankiel as a father. Why? For that reason that on such a conservative Jewish cemetery you always had Hebrew names. Jews in Poland were using always two names. One was the Yiddish name, or if they were assimilated, the Polish name, and it was written in the official documents, while the other name was the Hebrew name that was used on the cemeteries. So we have to know how those names are translating. So Abram translates into Avraham, Yankiel translates into Yaakov. Then you have other less obvious pairs, because those are pretty obvious. So Leib translates into Orye, Hirsch translates into Tzvi, and then so on, so on. So we are looking for Avraham, son of Yaakov, and we in 1911 are finding two such graves. So we have two Avraham Yitzhak, son of Yaakov, who died in 1911 on that cemetery. One died on May 24, the second died on September 5, 1911. And we are looking for someone who died on the 22nd of August. So like apparently none of them is matching, but don't get discouraged. We are going to take the grave of the one who died on September 5, because this date is closer to the date that we are looking for. So we take the grave, the photo of the grave, and here we have Avraham Yitzhak, son of Yaakov, died on the 12th of Elul, 5671. So this, of course, is a Hebrew date, but already in the searching engine you have it translated into the Gregorian calendar. If it would be not translated, or if you want to double check because sometimes there are mistakes, you can find one of those calendar converters online, and you will just put the date and it will immediately give you the date of September 5, 1911. And what we can see is that September 5, 1911 is not matching August 22nd, 1911. But we still don't get discouraged. We go back to our death certificate, and as you remember, it was written in Russian, in Cyrillic, but not only we were using the Russian language in Poland at that time, but also the dates were written according to the Julian calendar that was used in Russia. So again, we used the calendar converter, unless you know how to calculate it, and then we get the information that the 22nd of August 1911 was equal to the September 4, 1911. Oh, so we are actually getting closer to the date from the grave, the 5th of September 1911, but still it's not matching perfectly. So what do we know? What the death certificate told us was that Abram died at 12 in the night, and according to the Russian clerk, this date belonged still to the day that was ending, so to the September 4, 1911. However, according to the Hebrew calendar, the new day is starting at the sundown. So according to the Hebrew calendar, it was already the next day. So it was the September 5th, 1911, or actually not the 11th of Elul, but the 12th of Elul, which would translate into the 5th or the 4th of September. So this is how the 5th of September from the grave actually starts matching the September 4 from the death certificate. The only difference is how you calculate a new day. Is it at midnight or at the sundown? So this way we could actually confirm that both the Abram Frischman from the death certificate and Avraham Yitzhak, son of Yaakov, who is buried at the Jewish cemetery in Szydłowiec, or the same person. So this is how you should proceed. I hope it was helpful in your research. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Thank you a lot.